Hi everyone and welcome. I am so excited to share with you my first watercolor project that I did using Arteza's brush pens. Hey guys, it's Marie Antoinette with Posh Paper Perfection and welcome to my channel. I saw this video with Gina Kay, and she inspired me to get the Arteza. Even though she was talking about the Zig color brushes, I went ahead and got the Arteza color brushes. And she was talking about how she loved to emboss her stamped images. The only stamped image that I had that was really big, that was a flower, happened to be the Stampin Up Good Morning Magnolia, which I absolutely love. I have watercolored this before with watercolor pencils, but I decided to go ahead and try it. So, you know, I put it in my Stamparatus, and if you have a Misty, that is pretty much the same thing. And loaded it up with Versamark ink, and then I went ahead and stamped that onto my watercolor paper. Now the watercolor paper that I'm using is called Arteza's Hot Press double-sided paper. It was a 9" by 12" 140 pound 300 GSM. I am coating that Versamark ink with Wow's Gold Glitter embossing powder, and I forgot to use my embossing buddy. I don't know why I forget that. I don't know if anyone else does. So you'll see me do quite a bit of cleanup on that. But this is the first time that I've actually used watercolor with embossing. If you're new to card making, I thoroughly suggest you go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. The reason why is that I love to share techniques that I have learned from others, and I also include some other YouTubers that I follow, their videos on my playlist. That way, when I'm learning something, I don't have to look again to see another technique or relearn something, and my followers can also look at my playlist and they can learn without having to spend hours on the internet trying to find one thing. One thing that I learned about embossing that has been extremely helpful for me is to have it heat up for a few minutes before applying heat to my stamped image. I also have learned how to stop my fingers getting burnt by using some sort of clipboard and binder clip. Now what you see here is totally Tiffany's embossing stations clipboard and clip. I love it. It helps protect my surface too. Now that my stamped image is embossed, here comes the fun part, using Arteza's real brush pens. Okay, before I begin this video, I just want to apologize about my audio. I'm having problems with my USB connection to my microphone, so I sound kind of tingy. So again, I apologize. I hope to have a new cord tomorrow. So in this video, you're going to see that I have 7 Arteza real brush pens out. But actually, I only use 4 of them. So I learned a lot of lessons learned. First of all, a refillable water brush pen is your best friend when doing projects like this. These water brush pens come with a whole bunch of different brushes, from very skinny to flat. I mean, I'm going to have to do a review on those. Yeah, I'm definitely going to purchase those. All right. The other thing I learned was it's a good idea to make swatches and to see what color you're going to get and how dark and how light will it get. Okay. So it wasn't until I did this where I determined what kind of green I wanted, what kind of red I wanted. And so anyway, I totally I thought I was going to have a white to blending into a pink magnolia, but I'm pretty heavy on my hand. Being mindful of this, I purposely took my water brush and started lightly coating it with some water. And I would do one section at a time. I started off with the cloudy gray, and the cloudy gray, when you add the water, it actually doesn't look gray. It actually looks off-white, just so you know. But like I said, this flower ended up being more pink to red. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so you guys can see that part. So here's the cloudy gray when it's finished. And like I said, it does look like off-white. Before I forget, I want to share with you the colors that I actually used for this magnolia. I used blush red, crocodile green, olive green, and tawny. So here I am, and I am taking blush red, and I wanted to create my accents. And it's important to share with you that that cloudy gray did dry. So I am applying on dry paper. And the Arteza hot press watercolor paper is awesome at not tearing apart. It's pretty durable. So here I am making my accents, and I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, this is going to be easy to move. And I'll be having that white with, you know, rose color. But as you can see, my inexperience of being a watercolor artist, I learned that it was actually more difficult doing it this way because the ink had already dried. And what I should have done was done one section, applied the water, and gone to the next section. Because of my inexperience, I thought I really messed up. But as all creators think, there's no such thing as a mess up or mistakes. It's just the beginning of new creations. And so I made the best of what I could do with the water, and I discovered that I didn't need a lighter pen. I actually could create different colors, but the white went away. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going with the flow. So I continued with the watercolor pen, just blending it out, blending out that accent. And I have to say, the one thing that I absolutely love about this kind of project with the embossing powder is that it doesn't bleed out. All of the inks and the water stay within the project. So I really loved it. I found it pretty relaxing. So you'll just see me kind of just like blending away, and I think you're going to be like really surprised. So anyway, again, this pen is the Rosebud. And I'm going to speed it up because I think you guys know exactly what I'm doing a little shading, making light and dark. I don't have any art experience. I'm sure that's not a surprise to you all. But I do enjoy the whole creation process. So I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am. If you guys have any tips, please let me know, or any kind of watercolor artist that you follow. One thing that I have to say is I think I'm going to take a watercolor class just to learn the correct ways of using your pens, and I can share a little bit more knowledge because right now I'm just learning from videos that I see when I have a chance, because you know how many videos I end up producing. Now on to the leaves. I use crocodile green and olive green for the leaves because I want it to match the color of my paper. I used two colors because I really wanted to have some variation on the lighter green. And I knew that the crocodile green would be a little bit brighter. I also wanted these shadows to be darker, so that's why I used the olive green. For the branches, I used a combination of tawny and crocodile green. I have to say, I am in love with Arteza's Real Brush pens. These pens are juicy, they're very friendly to novice watercolors like myself, and really, the results are just phenomenal. But with that said, these Real Brush pens do much better for larger stamped images. If you have a small stamped image, you're going to want to have something that has a little bit more control and precision. And so make sure you click on the card on the right hand corner because I'm going to share with you another review, and this time these pens are called Twee markers. They are absolutely amazing. So far, Arteza has met my expectations on what a water brush pen should do and more. I love the price point. For $55, I got 96 colors. I would totally recommend this to anybody who doesn't know how to watercolor and you want to learn how. The brushes seem pretty sturdy, although I don't know if I know how to abuse them. And I'm sure other people could if they really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend you dipping your pens in water and then coloring. I would go ahead and do the technique that I did because I've heard that that can actually ruin your brushes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Here's the results. After I did this, I die cutted this and attached it to my card. So I'll have the full tutorial on how I created that card at another time. So please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you're notified when I upload that video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you later.